Design, I think everything that I do in my life is permeated by heart and hand. And I don't have a formal design background, but from the landscape world, I do have a formal background in ornamental horticulture, which is the art of growing plants. And so a lot of my design is based on form follows function. Since I know where plants want to be, where they'll thrive the most, that directs me, that gives me the keys to starting a design. I like asymmetry. I like symmetry when it's called for, but I tend to like things a little off balance, which I believe is consistent with my love for wabi-sabi. If it's too perfect, it doesn't move me. I like to create tension in a garden, and oftentimes tension requires asymmetry to feel something. If there's obviously a home has a central door and windows on each side, clearly it's screaming for symmetry. However, that doesn't mean I can't still try to throw it off. And that's a bit of my goal, is sort of throw off the eye and try to get the participant, the viewer, involved in it. So it's not just two big magnolia trees coming up and flanking it. It's like there's a third one thrown in there, and it may be something very different. And how does that affect the person's feeling as they're walking up to the house? Design, again, is about love. I mean, I love plants and flowers, and I love interesting and exotic things. So I'm not always looking to do what's expected. I'm actually always looking to do what's unexpected. And that can be a challenge. It's a challenge with clients sometimes because they don't really understand or have the depth of knowledge of the plant material. And plants being a dynamic system, whereas you put them in at 10 feet and they're going to grow to 80 feet, I have to understand where that's going. The client doesn't always understand that. And oftentimes, again, I will look for the imperfection. I will look for the branch that's not supposed to be there. A normal tree doesn't have that branch, but I'm looking at that branch and I'm looking what it will do over the next 20 or 30 years. And so when you drive by a home or a building and you see this really cool tree with this really cool weird branch, like where did that come from? Somebody actually thought of that when they installed this thing. So I think the design philosophy, number one, is form follows function. It comes out of a love for plant material. It comes out of wabi-sabi looking to create tension in all designs and finding the most interesting and unusual plant material that I can find.